In this week's previous post about skin conditioning, I explained about the importance of the barrier function and how it actually retains moisture in the skin naturally. I also explained about the importance of natural moisture factors. These are called NMFs. Now, when we use a moisturizer, we want one that's going to actually suit our skin. And in today's post, I'm going to give you the ins from a professional on how to choose the right moisturizer to suit your skin, because we all come in different shapes and sizes. We all have different issues regarding the health of our skin and also some functions within our skin, like how oily it is. Now, I'm going to post some examples of women that I've treated that came to me with the sensation of tightness. They were also experiencing a lot of dehydration around the eyes. Underneath the Woods lamp, you're going to see that they have these big purple eyes. And what I want you to see from these examples is that after a few weeks of following my recommendations of cutting out SLS from their cleansers, of actually swapping to a makeup that is mineral makeup and using ingredients that help to mirror moisture in their skin, they were able to reverse the symptoms of tightness and, more importantly, actually improve the hydration levels within their skin. Because for your skin to function well, for that barrier to actually block UV light and to prevent yourself from premature aging, you definitely need good moisture content, because we are, like planet Earth, 70% water. And I've said it time and time again, because I really want you to realize that yes, okay, sometimes it is a little bit annoying. You go to see a therapist, you try to get advice on your dry skin, and they tell you about the importance of drinking more water. And we do a lot of things that actually are diuretics that take water out of our system. I have to admit that I am a bit of a coffee lover. I speak quite quickly. You can probably tell that I've had some caffeine today, and caffeine is a diuretic. Alcohol is a diuretic. It means that it saps all the moisture out of your skin. It is definitely not the best friend when it comes to improving plumpness, especially around the eye area, because this is the area where the skin is the thinnest, and you can often find that your lines will appear a lot worse if it's also dry. So we need to really get with using a product that is suitable for both your face and your neck, and you can use it very close to the eye area. So let's look at some options for different skin types. I'm actually going to explain these in order of intensity, because I want you to kind of pick out what you feel is appropriate for your skin at the moment. But one thing to remember is that after a period of conditioning your skin, especially if you're using cosmetics during the next 28 days, you don't have to remain on a moisturizing product throughout your lifetime. There are going to be other more effective corrective ingredients that stop you from premature aging, which you'd really be investing your money in. So don't always feel the need to repeat purchase a moisturizer. It really should work within 3 months. And if you've still got dry skin after that, then you really need to look at your diet. You need to improve healthy fats. You definitely need to be drinking more water-rich plants and foods. Like, I love making a juice out of cucumbers and celery, and these are all very naturally hydrating, and they've got lots of electrolytes in them. So there's amazing things that you can do internally to improve hydration in the skin. But I just want to focus our attention on what we can do to quickly remedy dryness, because these sensations of tightness and irritation, they don't help you in any way feel good in your skin, and that's something that I definitely want to improve. So Humidify is a great option for someone who's starting out using cosmetics for the first time. It has a lot of clinically proven ingredients that are completely revolutionary. This type of technology in terms of skincare, it's a bit like an iPhone. It's continually got better. Every year on year, we see new innovations. So the difference with Humidify versus your regular moisturizer is it isn't an actual humectant. It's not something that's drawing water from your dermis up to the epidermis. The thing with Humidify is that it's actually working to reverse dehydration. So it improves skin hydration by 42% in 15 days, which is pretty revolutionary. And that's the reason why with these products, you can actually use them for a period of time. And unless you're postmenopausal, you don't have to stay on Humidify indefinitely. The vitamin A in your regimen, whether you have one from cosmetics or from another brand, that will slowly start to repair the barrier. Actually, vitamin A is probably the only ingredient that I know of that helps to repair the barrier function of the skin. That just means that it keeps water trapped inside very effectively. So you can see just a very small amount, and I'm just gonna massage this very gently all over my face, I would always suggest that you start sort of on the cheek area where you feel the most dry, and you can do so much of your face. Like I've still got plenty. And do you see the way I feather my products? I don't do like this. I don't go do like that. That's not an effective way to distribute product on the skin, because you'll just end up using too much. So Humidify does come in at a higher price point. It's £96, but it's also fortified with a lot of other conditioning ingredients like antioxidants, and these are very potent. So the concentration is so high. It's a higher rate of ORAC, which is ORAC being how we actually measure the effectiveness of the antioxidant potential against free radical attack. So you're getting a lot of benefits in one product, and I think that's really what cosmetics is all about. Now, emulsion is better for someone who really feels that they need a more intense hydrator. So it is one that you can use on a daily basis. Use your moisturizer in the daytime when you actually really feel your skin is dry, and you'll notice it has this sort of like purple color. So this tube will last for a good 3 months. The difference with emulsion compared to other hydrators is that it's actually also made with plant-based ingredients like jojoba, shea. It has some lovely liquid crystals in it as well. And this is very good to use all over the face, including the neck. So don't feel like French ladies, by the way, when they treat their face, they treat their neck and all the way down their chest to their nipples. So, there's no problem with distributing your product all over your body. It's just knowing that you don't need very much of cosmetics, because it's 4 times more concentrated. The actual size of the bottle is a quarter less. So all our ingredients are actually what we call purified. They're highly correct. That is Nobel Prize winning chemistry. So when we use, let's say in this product, we have some vitamin E. We'll always use the portion of vitamin E that is actually recognized by the cell receptor. So a lot of the activity of your product is determined by how much communication it can offer to the cell. And if you use ingredients that are non-purified, that aren't chiral, you only have a 50% chance out of the 2 sides of the molecule that the correct one will actually reach the cell receptor site. So there's a lot of added value with the fact that all our ingredients are chiral, including, every single one. And this is also important for people who are sensitive. If you've got a sensitized skin, then definitely use emulsion. It's one of those products that for a long time, when we first started using cosmetics, we were a bit like, so many people would come in with sensitive skin because they tried everything. They were at a point where they didn't have any other option really. And we would use cosmetics, and because we knew on a molecular level, it was purified and actually free from any known irritants, free from even any ingredients that weren't chirally correct and cell receptor recognized, there was just no way that we could get allergic reactions or cause any issues. And all these ingredients together help calm the immune system of the skin. And that's what's responsible for creating histamine. That's what's responsible for causing all these reactions. And a lot of you who have this tight sensation and irritation don't actually realize that your skin is irritated. Like, I'm going to throw in some images just to show you what irritated skin looks like. And underneath the woods lamp, it has this sort of like red hue, and it's all because the barrier function has been eroded. So this post is, it's about like choosing the perfect moisturizer, but let's go beyond that. Let's go looking at reducing inflammation in our skin as well with our moisturizer. So hallelujah, we are at the altar of skin. And now we're getting to our sunscreen, which also has hydrating properties. So I would use Hydrate Plus. It's a mineral sunscreen. It's completely clear because it has a technology from Australia. And Australians, they don't have an easy time with the sun because they have a hole in their ozone layer. So the sun literally it itches when you're there. Now with Hydrate Plus, there are a lot of antioxidants, so it's very anti-inflammatory. It is moisturizing. It's sort of one of those things that if you do get a really tight sensation after cleansing, Hydrate Plus on its own will not be enough for you. But so many of you are ready to take on board this challenge, and 2 weeks of having a little bit of tightness is really not the end of the world. It's only if you're at that point where maybe you look in the mirror and your lines look worse and you've got the wrong kind of makeup on anyway. Like if you're wearing, you know, foundations that are a little bit too heavy, they're not going to make your lines look good. So definitely switch to mineral as a sort of like before you even think about buying a moisturizer, because that in itself will also help improve hydration in your skin. So mineral makeup from brands like Inica is very good. But yeah, if you're using emulsion and you are on the drier side, just pop a little bit of Hydrate Plus over your skin, and this will give that, it's a bit like putting, even though it doesn't look very white, once you have this on the skin, it's a bit like having Philadelphia, you know, like Philadelphia cheese. Like that little bit of sunscreen physically blocks both damaging UVA, which is what gets into your dermis and causes lines, and burning UVB up and away from the skin. So it's like, boop, it deflects. I remember years ago hearing someone describe minerals as being like tiny little broken mirrors that just bounce the light away from the face. And unfortunately, what people don't realize is the chemical sunscreens actually do the opposite. They still absorb UV into the skin. They just stop you from going red. So it's really confusing to people because they think they're doing the right thing by using these chemical sunscreens. And I mean, anything that isn't titanium or zinc dioxide is a chemical sunscreen. So you have it from me. It's pretty easy. Definitely switch to a chemical-free sunscreen as part of your conditioning week, okay? If you've started to experience hormonal fluctuations and you are on HRT, then there are some really exciting ingredients that can help rebalance and reduce the symptoms of tightness and dryness. A lot of women in other countries will eat foods that are really rich in phytoestrogens. Wild yam, for example, soya. Women in Japan don't experience symptoms from the menopause because their diet is made with lots of edamame beans, tofu. These are all foods that are really rich in phytoestrogens, and we use them in our ingredients as well. So when you look at products that are hydrating, think about controlling the thing with testosterone. Obviously men, they have a lot more oil in their skin because of that testosterone, and a lot of people, maybe even with acne, can sometimes be very testosterone driven and find that their skin becomes oilier as a result. And the whole idea is that with rebalancing the oil in your skin, what we're doing is we're actually stimulating the sebaceous activity, and that helps to trap more water in the skin because oil is responsible for that. It's responsible for other things, like it obviously helps to maintain the pH of your skin. But just, if you are in that category and you're unsure what products are suitable for you, we love using Phyto Clear and Phyto Harmony. Phyto Harmony would be for someone who is a more mature skin and you need that oil rebalancing. So this is a corrective moisturizer. It's more of an intelligent one. It's not just one that's going to sit on your skin and temporarily hydrate. As I said before, it does have that age reversal property as well, and it has got phytoestrogens in it from wild yam. So you don't need very much of this, okay? Wild yam, estrogen, it will also plump your skin. You just literally feather a small amount onto your skin on a daily basis. You can use this at night. We are talking about using at least 4 products a day. So that includes a regimen with a cleanser and a hydrator, a sunscreen and a vitamin A product. And it is possible to cocktail your products. So if you are someone who has some cosmetics items, you could, for example, put your Phyto Harmony with your Firm serum and cocktail the two together. That works very well. It doesn't need to be that you're using one product on top of the other. Because the chemistry of the products is the same, it's okay to cocktail them. Now, on the reverse side, if you're someone who has a very oily skin and you're prone to breakouts, adult acne, or rosacea as well, and you've got pustules, we have the opposite to Phyto Harmony, which is actually called Phyto Clear. So it just in itself kind of gives you an indication that it's blocking oil, it's reducing inflammation as well, which is so important. You don't need very much of this product, literally just like a chickpea amount on a daily basis. Now, depending on your grade of acne, if you are someone who has lots of pustules around the lower part of your face, use this product twice a day. For someone who isn't as oily, it might be a bit too drying. So then just use it once a day because it is very effective at blocking oil. It's also going to help to heal the blemishes that are on your face much more quickly. So I'm just giving you a little example here of what the consistency of the product. Like I've just used such a small amount, and you can just see how just by feathering it lightly into the skin, how quickly these products actually absorb in. And I probably have about 5 layers of cream on at the moment. So you can see with Facial Clear that it's one of these products that is a consistent product for anyone with polycystic ovary syndrome who gets adult acne. You need to remain on Facial Clear indefinitely. Just stay on it for life, because it is a bit like, you know, I always describe Facial Harmony as being like HRT for the face, which is the one for more mature skin. Facial Clear is one of those products that really does long-term help to manage issues with breakouts. Now, shyness has only been around for a short while. It is a higher concentration of anti-inflammatories, including niacinamide, which is vitamin B. So this will block oil production, but it's actually all really about focusing on healing blemishes. So it's a cream-based product. It looks practically the same as Facial Clear. It's not as rich. The consistency is a lot less, but shyness is one of those products that I'll just put some on my neck. You can see it absorbs so quickly into the skin. It's literally like straight in there. It's very easy to use this twice a day. I would actually recommend for some of my younger clients, people who just get very mild breakouts, start with Purity Clean Cleanser and Shineless, and you'll see a big difference within a matter of 2 weeks. There are some fantastic testimonials already on this product. And if you are anyone who has dryness and you want an instant skin boost, whether you're acne or whether you have issues with sensitized skin and dry skin, Mystic is one that you can just finish off with. You could use it on its own, press it into the hands. It has heavy water, and this doesn't evaporate as quickly out of the skin as regular water. It instantly plumps. It also has antibacterial properties. It's one of my top favorite products. And it is just, you know, a case of knowing that we all have different skin. It is going to evolve. It is going to change over the next few weeks. So for example, you might start an emulsion and then in 3 months time, switch over to using Humidify. It works well for you. It's going to help to give you that plumpness. But if you are concerned more with lines, then start with something like Humidify and Facial Harmony, because those two together are going to have enough power in them to actually regenerate your skin and really revamp it in a way that you're getting that plumpness back. So this week we have a special offer. You've made it to the end of the video and I'm going to tell you all about it. For a limited time, when you spend £85 on the website medicobeauty.com, you'll receive a free skin kit, which is valued at £69. It has 4 items in it and it lasts for 28 days, which gives you ample time to tell me all about the fantastic results you're able to achieve at home. You can join our Skin Warrior gang and demonstrate that, you know, changes can be made in that time, and we can't wait to see your results. So get going and give me a shout this week with any concerns that you have. I look forward to hearing from you.